Ilara stood before a huge bridge. It was old and very scary. The bridge crossed a deep, dark gap. Fear felt like a cold hand on her heart. She wanted to run away from it, but something kept her standing there. She knew this was important for her. The bridge looked weak and unsafe. Ropes were frayed and worn thin. Wooden planks were missing in places. The wind whistled through the gaps. Below the chasm was a dark mouth. It seemed ready to swallow anything. Ilara felt very small and alone. Her legs felt heavy like solid lead. She closed her eyes for a brief moment. Memories came flooding back to her, like a tidal wave crashing against the shore of her mind. She remembered a school play long ago, a moment that seemed insignificant to others but monumental to her. She forgot all of her important lines, standing there frozen, her mind a blank slate. Everyone stared right at her that day, their eyes piercing through her like daggers. She felt so ashamed and terribly small, as if the world had shrunk around her. The memory still stung her sharply now, like a fresh wound that never truly healed. It made her doubt herself even more, questioning her worth and abilities. Old wounds can feel fresh again, reopening with the slightest trigger. That feeling of failure stayed with her, like an unwelcome guest that refused to leave. It was like a shadow always near, lurking in the corners of her mind. It told her she was not good enough, whispering doubts and fears into her ear. It said she would always likely fail, no matter how hard she tried. These old hurts made today much harder, adding weight to her every step. The bridge seemed to grow even taller, an insurmountable obstacle in her path. She felt that old shame rise inside, a familiar, unwelcome sensation. It threatened to pull her down deep into a chasm of self-doubt and fear. She feared what others might think then, their judgment a heavy burden to bear. Their judgment felt like heavy, cold stones, weighing her down with every step she took. Ilara took a very deep, shaky breath. She put one foot on the old bridge. The wood creaked loudly under her shoe. Her hand gripped the rope very tightly. It felt rough against her soft skin. Her heart beat like a fast, wild drum. Each beat echoed her deep, rising fear. This was the start of the hard part. The wind pushed hard against her body. It felt like hands trying to stop her. These were the whispering winds of doubt. They whispered she could not do it. "You are too weak," they hissed low. "Turn back before it's too late now." Her own mind echoed these mean words. It was a battle within herself. Suddenly her foot slipped on a plank. The bridge swayed dangerously beneath her, the wooden planks creaking ominously. She gasped and lurched to one side, her heart pounding in her chest like a drum. For a terrifying, awful moment, she dangled, her fingers barely gripping the edge. The chasm yawned wide right beneath her, a seemingly endless void ready to swallow her whole. Fear squeezed all the air from her lungs, making it hard to breathe, hard to think. She clung to the rope for dear life, her hands trembling with the effort. Her knuckles were white with the effort, the strain evident in every muscle. Panic tried to take complete control, threatening to paralyze her completely. In that moment of near total raw panic, a different memory came to her mind, cutting through the fear. She had helped a lost, frightened bird once, cradling it gently in her hands. She had climbed a small, shaky tree then, her heart racing just as it was now. She had felt scared, but she did it anyway, pushing through the fear. A tiny spark of her past courage ignited within her, a flicker of hope. It was a soft, gentle reminder that she had faced fear before and emerged stronger. Courage is feeling fear very deeply and doing it anyway, despite the fear. It's about moving forward, even when every part of you wants to turn back. This thought felt strangely, truly powerful, filling her with a newfound strength. Ilara took another breath, much deeper now. The air felt crisp and invigorating, filling her lungs with a sense of renewal. She looked ahead, not down below her. Her eyes were fixed on the horizon, where the sky met the earth in a seamless blend of hope and possibility. The whispers of doubt were still there, lingering like shadows at the edge of her mind, but they were not so loud anymore. They had lost their power, drowned out by the rhythm of her steady breathing and the beat of her determined heart. She focused on her next small, careful step. Each movement was deliberate, a testament to her growing confidence, and then the step right after that one. She was building momentum, one step at a time, one small, intentional movement at a time. Each step was a conscious choice, a declaration of her will to move forward. She was reclaiming her own power slowly. With each step, she felt a little stronger, a little more in control. Each step became a small, quiet victory. The smile on her face grew with each successful stride, each creak of the wood under her foot. It was a reminder of the path she was forging, the progress she was making. It was the sound of her steady progress. The bridge was no longer an obstacle, but a path to her future. She was moving forward through her fear. Each step was a triumph over the doubts that had once held her back. The journey itself was changing her. She could feel it in her bones, in the way her thoughts were becoming clearer, more focused. She felt a new kind of strength growing. It was a strength born from within, nurtured by each step she took. Finally, her foot touched solid, firm ground. The sensation was grounding, a confirmation of her journey's end. She was on the other wide, safe side. The bridge was behind her, a conquered challenge. Relief washed over her like a warm wave. It was a soothing balm to her once anxious heart. But it was more than just simple relief. It was a profound sense of accomplishment, a deep-seated joy that came from knowing she had faced her fears and emerged victorious.